Hello, welcome to this quick look at the SGX My Gateway page. I'm Mark Laudy here together with Chua I-Min from the SGX Academy. We wanted you to have a quick look at some of the main features on this page because there's a lot of information that you can use as retail investors and it's free. So first of all, when you go to the My Gateway page, you see the market summary here. You also see various tabs including sector information, investor education both in text and video form, as well as events and brokers. I-Min, do you want to show us quickly how you actually go about using the My Gateway page to decide which stocks you might want to be interested in?
Sure. So personally, I actually find this website very useful, especially for the help me to actually look at what the stocks I could invest in at every period of time. I'll actually scroll down and actually look at this thing called the tools. I click on that. And actually I have a series of tools that can help you with my investment decisions.
Right, so we've got chart viewer, which we'll come back to in a moment, glossary, a heat map, that's actually very interesting too.
That's right, yeah.
And various calculators here, dividend discount, financial, profit and loss, structured warrants, investment and extended settlement calculators that again help you to decide how you should invest your money. Which one are you going to pick?
Okay, the main tool I'm actually using is this thing called a stock screener. Okay, so what this does is actually help me to sieve out the stocks based on the criteria I have set. Okay, let me just do a little demonstration. So of course, before you start, make sure you get on a fresh sheet. Okay. Click on my setting, make sure it's a new screener.
Okay, and you can tell that because there are 850 stocks here. That's all the stocks
correct,
on the market.
Yeah, it's, you can't actually invest in all. So you can see that there's actually a few ways for you to set criteria. You can actually go by market cap, okay, the investment amount, whether it's under the CPF investment scheme, industry selection, so on and so forth. Right,
and a consensus rating. Which one are you going to pick?
Okay, so probably what I want to show is this under the detailed criteria. Okay, I could actually add criteria for me to actually sieve the stocks that actually meet my criteria.
Right.
Let me just do a little click here. Okay, so you can see that I can set criteria based on all these factors, like for example the PE ratio, earning per share, dividend yield, price to book, ROE, market cap, current ratio, so on and so forth.
I see. So we've got the financial ratio, so the fundamental analysis. Down here, the technical analysis ratios too.
That is correct, yes.
Right.
Of course, if you want to do a TA, you know, this is, you can actually use this to help you sieve out stocks that meet the TA criteria as well.
Okay, so take us through it. Let's just pick
Sure, okay. So of course, let's say you want to choose a good value stocks whereby giving good dividend yield. So this is what I'll do. I'll just do a click here, dividend yield.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just be a little bit greedy. So let's say I only want stocks whereby there's actually more than 10% dividend yield.
10%, okay.
Okay,
good.
so I just key in 10%.
Okay.
I do a little click.
Okay.
And there we have it. We actually only have 26 stocks currently in the exchange right now that's giving more than 10% dividend yield based on the dividend given out last year.
Right, okay. And so this is the 26 stocks that are listed here. Can you then refine them further to, let's say, pick stocks that are trading below book value? Let's say?
Sure. Okay. Again, just click on add criteria. Okay. So probably I'll just choose this thing, the price to book.
There it is.
Do a little click. Okay. So of course, I would like to have book value below 1 if that's possible. Let's see if I can find anything out there. Okay. So I just change this to, okay, I just click 1 and see if anything pops up.
Wow,
13 of them? Yep.
So there are 13 stocks that are trading below book value and have a yield of around 10%. Fabulous. And so you can then construct your own criteria and you can presumably add a few more. That'll then allow you to narrow it down.
Definitely.
And then you can do further research before you buy. Great.
Definitely. That's very important, yes.
So let's say you've gone through and picked the stocks using the stock screener. What then do you do with the heat map, which shows how the stocks have been performing? Can you just take us through that?
Sure, definitely. So if I can just bring back to the heat map, again, you can actually go to My Gateway homepage. Okay. Scroll down, click on Tools. Okay. So this is where you get to go to the heat map.
Okay.
Okay. This is a very important tool to me because as an investor, I do a diversified approach. I actually invest based on themes. Certain period of times, I actually go for certain industries. Okay, so let's say, for example, I'm interested in oil and gas. So what this map does shows me is that, hey, what are all the companies that actually within the oil and gas industry? And from the size of it, I can actually know which are the bigger companies in terms of market cap. And of course, if I want to play like in teams, sometimes I actually go for penny stocks. Again, I may actually want to click on the smaller ones to see, hey, is there any interesting smaller oil and gas company that's actually worth investing at this point in time. Yeah.
And so do these red and green squares tell you which ones to buy? In other words, how should you use the colors that you see here?
Okay, so basically what the color shows is with respect to the historical performance, have they went up or come down?
Right, so in this case, 1 day.
Yep, so maybe I just set for 1 year. Okay.
Right, so we've seen quite a lot of different colors, and this has gone from 6 to -6, all the way up to 40 to -40%.
That is correct. So that means those are in deep red. They have actually lost about more than 40% over the past 1 year, for example. And those in deep green, they have actually increased by almost 40% or more over the past 1 year.
Right, in this, this case, -30%. So does that tell you which ones to buy and sell?
Okay, so again, depends on my team. So there are certain periods where I actually want to play a rebound team. So of course, probably those that are in deep red, they actually will be interesting to me. Okay, so that I can know like which stocks actually have the price actually dropped significantly over the past 1 year.
Right, so green doesn't mean buy. If anything, it means the stock has already had a strong run over the last year.
That is correct.
Actually,
yes.
the red ones might actually be more interesting.
That is correct. But of course, like what you said earlier, please remember, do your research. This just help me to narrow the stocks. That probably I will take more attention to look at.
Right. Yep. Okay. Well, let's go back then to one of the other tools, and that was the charting tool. Because obviously there are a lot of investors who do their technical analysis as well, reading the chart's past performance to see whether they can determine what the future performance is going to be like. So back here to the My Gateway page, then over to Tools.
Yep.
There it is.
Okay, go to a chart viewer.
Chart viewer.
Okay.
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 And here we have, this is the Singapore Exchange's own stock. And we have a normal chart. I think you've already applied some moving averages here, is that right?
Yeah, that is correct. You can, besides moving average, you can also apply other sorts of TA tools on this. Like, for example, the Bollinger Band, so on and so forth. Maybe let's just do a little demonstration.
Right, I see.
Yeah.
And you can change, it says 6 months at the moment, but presumably you can also change it to much longer time durations.
Definitely. Let's say you want to go by 1 year.
1 year or 2 years.
You can actually go in terms of weekly instead of daily. And of course, instead of line chart, you can actually go to charts like candlesticks, so on and so forth. Yeah.
Fabulous. So let's say you've done your analysis, you've used the stock screener, maybe you've even done the technical analysis, and now you're ready to buy. Okay. Where do you then turn?
Okay, so let's say if you don't have a broker, okay, again you can go back to this the home page, My Gateway, click on brokers. So what you have here is actually the list of brokers that actually can help you, that serve you, can actually help you do your trades. Yeah.
Okay, and over here, events, I see your own SGX Academy is on here. Yeah. What happens when you click View Events?
Sure, okay. So of course, from SGX Academy, we actually hold a series of courses, talks, seminars, and sometimes free to educate investors on making a better or more informed investment decisions. Yeah.
All right, and then up here, there's also the SGX investment updates and economic calendars that arrive in your inbox, so you can sign up for the email there. And let's just have a quick look at sector and education as well, seeing that we've done the overview, events and brokers. This is now the sector page. What do we have here?
Okay. So in SGX, they actually hold Sector Connect events, whereby every quarter they actually feature different industries. Like for example, this quarter, we're actually looking at consumer goods and technology.
Okay, and again, I see the heat map down there. And education?
Okay. So if you want to do some online learning, to learn about sectors or sometimes different type of investment methodologies, you can actually click on these videos to have a better understanding.
All right, Chua I-Min, thanks very much for coming in from the SGX Academy and talking us through the SGX My Gateway portal. And you can access the portal yourself by going to the SGX website. When you're on the home page, all you need to do is click this first tab over here, which says My Gateway. Thank you. So are there many other such portals on the market in this way?
Yeah, there are some like Share Invest, Share Investors.